mess in here today. I got boxes everywhere. Welcome back. Listen, did Rare Beauty, the brand who always seem very peaceful, very, you know, doing their own thing, staying in their lane, giving us products that, you know, giving us great products, did they just slightly shade some other makeup brands? And listen, shade might be too strong, and I feel like they're not a shady brand. And listen, I'm gonna say right now, I kind of agree with the situation. Okay, I'm going to be doing my makeup today. I'm going to be using some PR that Rare Beauty sent ages ago. This is their eyeshadow palette, which is this one. It doesn't look very exciting, but it could be. I like a beige. I've been using their brow gel. Incredible, insane, amazing. They are tinted slightly, but it's not so much where you get like the what's going on my eyebrow there? You get the color, like, you know, like on your skin, anything like that. So we're gonna do that. So I'll link them below. Let me just whack this in now so I can start doing my eye makeup properly. This is the black one. You'll see it's not like black. I can even put it on my hand. You can see it's just like a tinted gel. Yeah, so a while back, I really want... Oh, subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. We're having fun over there on Instagram at RobertWLSH, my last name without the E. So a while back, I wanted to make a video. Did I make the video? I don't think I did. Oh, fuck. And it was kind of about how brands were kind of going back to this method of using men in advertising. Makeup brands were using men in advertising. I don't mean like men in makeup. And a lot of the time, the men weren't even wearing the makeup. It's more like, oh my gosh, look at this really like good-looking model holding our foundation, right? This is not that long ago. I'm talking like maybe last month. This seemed to be a trend that a lot of brands were doing again. And listen, this happened a lot, like what, in the 90s? This was a thing in the 90s people used to do a lot. I think even the early 2000s, this was like look how sexy you could be to men if you buy this makeup. That was the kind of vibe it was, right? And I feel like the reason people buy makeup now, or the reason people buy makeup or do a lot of makeup now, compared to maybe why they would buy makeup or do makeup on themselves a few years ago, not a few years ago, we're talking like before social media, the reason people do it has changed a lot. People now see makeup as a skill, as a talent, as a hobby. So people do their makeup for them. You know, it's gone are the days when people would be like, oh, women only do makeup for men. Well, people still think that. But people do makeup for different reasons. Men and women, whatever gender, people do makeup for themselves, for their friends, you know, to look good in certain situations, or just as a hobby, as something to do, because some people get bored sometimes. And makeup can be a form of art, you know, you can express yourself a lot through makeup. So I feel like that form of advertising is extremely outdated, right? Like that, oh my god, if you wear this lipstick, men will love you kind of vibe. Very like, oh, 1950s housewife, like make sure you're wearing your lipstick before your husband gets home from work, you know, that kind of vibe. Let's take a little look at what I mean. Okay, so for example, Kosas, right? Kosas just used this guy, Rob something. I know he's from Traitors US, because I watched Traitors US, which he really annoyed me. He was really annoying, but oh well, people seem to like him. So Kosas used him recently in one of their launches for their volumizing lip plumping products. Let's take this picture, for example. I don't know why you're going to hold a plumping lip gloss near your eye for a picture, that's whatever. This picture of him throwing it up in the air, the focus of this is him. He is the focus of this advertising. And listen, you can like him, you know, you can find him attractive, whatever. But like, what's this got to do with makeup? What's this got to do with, you know, lip plumper? And of course, I'm not against using men in advertising for makeup, fine. But what would be great is if they could actually like wear the product. For like in this picture, he's not wearing anything on his lips. There is nothing even gently brushed on. There is nothing on his lip here. You know why? Photography wise, it would be too glossy and glowy on his lip compared to the rest of his skin, where they've done like basic male grooming, as it's called in the industry. Someone says here, what shade is he wearing? Kosas reply, Unspoken, which is the name of the shade, it's the clear one. And someone put, no, he ain't, which I completely agree. Everyone is saying like he is not wearing this lip product. lip pulse in that picture. So what's the point? What's the point in this? Oh, was he from The Bachelor? I don't even know. I don't know what he was from. I just know he was on Celebrity Traitors. And yes, I won't ruin it in case you've haven't watched it already. No spoilers here, but he was annoying, I feel. But that's TV. It's good TV. You need someone annoying, right? Anyway, that's not the point. This picture, for example. Okay, so you're holding the gloss near your penis. Literally give a fuck. Like, give a fuck. Like, why does this exist? Why does this picture exist? Okay, no, tell me, and no judgy, right? Are you looking at this picture and thinking, shit, I need that gloss on my lips right now because he is holding it next to his junk? Does that kind of advertising, let's use this shade here, this grayish taupe, does that kind of advertising work for you? And listen, it might work for some people because I guess there's a reason they did it. And if you look through the comments, people are like, oh my God, get me that gloss now. I love Rob, which is fine. Listen, maybe I don't like beggy people. Maybe that's why I don't like this form of advertising, that kind of idolization of someone that has nothing to do with the thing. Like, I'm not just going to buy something because a celebrity has endorsed it, you know what I mean? Which in this case, you know why this annoys me slightly, is because they don't know anything about the makeup, right? So let's say, for example, this is from MAC, and this is someone called Berquen. Oh shit. Now, MAC have always had men throughout their advertising. Well, back in the day when I worked with them, they certainly did. They always had men, like, whenever there was like an event in store, a big event, when I worked in like the flagship store that was Selfridges at the time, they would have male models, you know, and the body painting team will come in and paint up some muscle men. And, you know, it'll be a kind of advertising. It'll make people stop and look, you know. I think this is a nice image for the brand, for MAC. Skin looks great. He looks like a model, you know what I mean? Not that you have to look like a model to be in a picture, but you know what I mean? It's like fine. This looks like normal MAC. MAC also had the same Rob again, doing this, whatever this is, and then whatever this is. What the fuck is this? What is this? Why does that need to happen? But then we also have the same from this model as well. Like, what does this mean? Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand the thirsty aspect of the advertising. That's just me. Again, as I said, I know it must work on some people, but I think it's outdated. I think that's my issue with it, is it's outdated. Now, I'm not saying they need to have men in there who are like beauty influencers. You know, men who necessarily know what they're doing with makeup. Watch this.
I'm Rob Roush. Can your MAC concealer do this? Or this? Or even this?
Do what?
Damn, this shit really covers.
I don't understand. Can your MAC concealer do this? You're using a MAC concealer, so I assume whatever you're trying to do with it, the MAC concealer does exactly the same. You know, poor guy. Probably been told exactly what to say by the team, and I think it's just shitty advertising. What do you mean, can your MAC concealer do this? He's holding a MAC concealer and he's doing exactly that, whatever it is, so yes. I assume it could. This is actually, by the way, this is a beautiful color, this eyeshadow. The formula feels very different to what they did before with the eyeshadows. Remember those colorful ones? This definitely feels a lot smoother and a lot more pigmented. This is beautiful, and this gray is lovely. I fucking love this gray, a gray like this. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what that was. I'm just not sure what this phase of advertising was. And like I said, you know what? If he does it for you, if any of the guys do it for you, great. That's fine. Then their advertising has worked. But I don't see the link to wanting to buy makeup from them. But it just kind of gives, maybe it's because, again, being a makeup artist, it kind of like, it's strange to watch these men in the advertising like hold a makeup product and look crazy confused. Like they obviously don't know what they've never held a lip balm like that in their life. They've never held a concealer like that in their life. You know, it's a little bit confusing. That's not to say men can't be spokespeople for the brand, of course. I'll just reiterate that. It's just why the sexual part with it, I guess, is what's confusing me. Especially with this guy. I mean, MAC maybe they're trying to appeal to a younger audience because this guy looks like a child to me, so it's a little bit uncomfortable to watch. And also this like MAC is at Sephora in this picture. Okay, so what? What's this got to do with anything? You're gonna go there and there's gonna be him in the mirror with his shirt off. Like, what's that? Okay. I just don't understand the link. Okay, you know what I mean? So when I see this advertising, I'm like, okay, you're trying to make people feel a certain way. I'm just gonna use the shimmer in the end here. Oh, when they look at this advert, you're trying to make them feel a little bit, you know, a little bit cheeky. Oh my gosh, you want them to have like a little moment where they're maybe a little bit, you know, a little bit shy. Maybe blush, you know, blush a little bit. So when I saw this advertisement from Rare Beauty, I was like, wait a sec, not them too. So more guys. I was like, why are we doing this? And then they released this.
People are always trying to make me blush. Funny thing is, no one ever can. Next.
I wrote you the song. You need me to fix anything for you?
No, can't think of anything. I'm okay.
Selena Gomez?
One of our big games, and I definitely think you should come.
Turns out there's only one thing that makes me blush. Soft Pinch Liquid Blush by Rare Beauty.
I feel like you're trying hard not to blush right now.
Okay, so it was the phrasing for me, was it? Everyone's trying to make you blush, was it?
Turns out there's only one thing that makes me blush.
I love that turn of phrase. And this might be me just really, really looking deep into it. So this is Ella Bright. She is an actor. She is in the TV show, what's it called? Something About Campus. I don't know. I haven't watched it. It actually looks like something I would watch. Oh, have you watched that show with Octavia Spencer and Hannah Waddingham? Oh my god, it's so good. Where she's an assassin. You have to watch it. It's really good. Anyway, back on track. Yeah, the show looks really good. But to me, okay, so what I'm reading from this ad, tell me if I'm reading too deep into it. It is almost poking fun at these brands who have very recently been trying to get all these guys in their advertising to give this like, oh my god, reaction. Making you blush, you know, because they're so good looking or whatever, because they're so good looking and they're in these adverts and they've got their shirts off in mirrors and all this stuff. And to me, this is Rare Beauty being like, okay, again, this is just me probably really reading into it. To me, this is Rare Beauty being like, you're lining up all these men trying to get us to blush and feel a certain way. Whereas actually, I don't, that's not what I want from my makeup. All I want is how I feel with my makeup. How my makeup makes me feel on my own. Does that make sense? And I think that's how some other people felt in the comment section too, just from looking through some of the comments, because it is a little bit like, again, I think that advertising style is very old-fashioned and it's very like just outdated. And then I did look into the show a little bit more just to see if it was something about like, is this a show where everyone's chasing her, all this kind of thing, to see, you know, like the guys. But I looked at like a synopsis and I watched a YouTube video of someone like going through the whole season very quickly. And basically she is in this fake relationship with a hockey player. Like, can we get over the hockey player thing? I know everyone loved that show. What was it? Oh god, I don't know anything. I haven't watched it yet. The gay hockey guys, I know everyone loved that. But I've seen brands, like why is every brand doing gay hockey players? You don't need gay hockey players for your primer, ad. Anyway, what I'm saying? Yeah, so she's dating this hockey player guy, like fake dating this hockey player guy. She's tutoring him. He's dating her so she can make this other guy jealous is the synopsis of the show. And I think they fall in love, whatever. That's the kind of shit I like to watch. But I was like, okay, that doesn't really lead back to blushing or you know, like countless men offering themselves to her or anything like this. So when I was watching it, I was like, oh, that is kind of, have the marketing team gathered and been like, okay, all these people are doing this thing where it's like men. How do we take it back to, again, men not having that ownership over makeup or over the advertising or not being the lead in makeup, you know, or making people feel a certain way? How do we bring it back to makeup being empowering for ourselves, you know? That's how I saw it anyway. Again, maybe I'm looking way too deep into it. I'm gonna finish up this look. I need to see my skin and everything like that, but I want to include that in another video, and then I will, and then we'll summarize. Okay, so I forgot to summarize, but here is a clip from another video of a whole eye look done. I really, really like this eyeshadow palette. I've done something quite cold here, but you can look at the other shades, so you can actually do something quite warm, a little bit deeper and smokier. The eyebrow gel, I forgot to show you guys, but you can literally run your finger over this gel and it does not move. I've actually done a reel over on Instagram, which I haven't posted yet, of me doing an 18-hour flight wear test for this brow gel, where I sleep in it, I wear an eye mask, all this stuff, and it lasts throughout the whole thing. It is really, really, really strong. So I would absolutely recommend it. All right, let me know your opinions down below on what I said in this video today. Let me know if you agree, let me know if you disagree, let me know if you like that kind of advertising, let me know if you don't. No judgy, and I will see you very soon. Bye.